One, two, hey folks, we're live. How's it going? It's Monday. Hope you're all well. Need to mute my laptop. Muted. Awesome. Hey Jeffrey, how's it going? Loving all the pentagrams. Very cool. Thank you for everyone who's joined the stream so early. Just to reiterate, my schedule has changed. We're doing Blender on Mondays now. They make a cross. I do. Need to widen the chat on my laptop. Can I do that? I can close the chat. Can't widen it. That's a shame. It's fine on my PC. I can see it on the PC. On my laptop, the chat's a little bit too narrow. It kind of ruins it. But I hope you're well. Hope you had a good weekend. Hey, Lisa. I sell emotes. You sell the best emotes. Still love all those emotes. Now, then again, I don't have any music going. So let's get see if we can get. Is my headphones on? There you go. That might help. Thank you, thank you. No problem. Let's go for some lo-fi rock. Lovely Sewing Dinosaur. I'm very happy with it. So there's a quick kind of quick bit of work on Photoshop that was. And for what I need to have a sort of a dinosaur in a suit. Right, let's switch over to the main screen. Looking at we're looking at Unity, but we're working with Blender models. So last time I worked on this Blender model, I got it into Unity, as you see here, but it didn't quite get the texture to come over. So I was started to look at the texture. I didn't do anything off stream, but it's all this kind of rock texture that I want to carry over. So we'll try and work that out. Possibly we could forget about it today, because there's two things I would like to do, or at least learn how to do with this model, and that's give it some code, basically give it its AI, its brain, and tie the animations into it, so we can make a little script library for it that we can then use in Moongate Mage, or anything else. Like anywhere I put this, I can just use the same script library as long as it's in Unity. I'm sure I could translate it for other game engines, but basically just give some life to this thing. The textures give it a visual, but I want to give some life to it. So I could do a bit of both and see how far I get. Because getting the textures to come across, I need to work out how they're going to export. So we could work on the animation for now. And the good thing I noticed last time is that all these objects here, all these rocks, are separate objects. So I could do additional animation within Unity beyond the ones I did in Blender. Like we could do like go through the spine here Like, we can grab the chest there, for instance. Do you ever play any more Lego Batman? I have not. I want to. I'm hesitant because I don't want it to do what it did last time. Like, I want to play more, but latest news. I'm gonna build myself a brand new computer. I'm gonna retire this this old box. I'm gonna give it a job. It's not gonna disappear, but I'm probably gonna make it a DJ streaming only box and put it with DJ stuff, which means I don't have to worry about one box doing 2 lots of streaming. So I might make it a DJ only streaming box, but I'm building a brand new computer that should handle Lego Batman at a good setting, and OBS as well. So that, fingers crossed, that's what we're going for. But as soon as I got that new computer built, I definitely will be playing more Lego Batman on stream. But I've not played it off stream. I'm very particular that if I start playing the game on stream, I feel I have to continue playing it on stream. Otherwise it's like, well, I've almost teased people to go, well, here's a little bit, screw the rest of you, I'm going to play it by myself. Is that, well, I want to share, I want to experience it with everyone who's watching. But I could play it a bit more before the new PC, because I don't know what the issue is. Maybe there's a memory leak, maybe the PC got warm, but it was after about 4 hours that we had the issue, so maybe it was just a longevity thing, and maybe a 2-hour stream will be fine. So I could give it another go before I build a new computer. I'm planning to build a new computer over the next few weeks, so it should be ready by the end of this month. So I could give it a go before the end of the month, play some more Lego Batman. So give me a break from this, because working with this is quite mentally intensive. Playing Lego Batman is just mushing a few buttons and making things explode. Very, very low mentality needed. But I want to learn this, so I'm kind of in two minds. Like, it's hard and it's taxing, but I need to do it and I want to do it. But some days I just can't. That makes sense. Hey, Cobbler Panda. Hugs. How's it going? Good to see you. Hope you've been doing well, Cobbler. Hope you had a good weekend. We were looking at turning this Blender model into something useful. Doing great. How's your day going? It's doing. My day is going pretty well. It's been a pretty easy day at work, and been a good evening. So I'm very happy. England won. Yes, they won. I didn't watch it live because that was quite early, but I did see the score. Well, you stepping into Unity with Rock Junkie? Yes. Yeah, so we got our rock golem. So there's two things I want to do and kind of want to learn. Is one, build a script base to kind of bring this model to life. So I've got the animations in Blender. I want to use those in Unity to kind of bring it to life. Secondly, as you might have noticed, there's no texture. So I've got I want to work out how to turn this into an exportable texture. Now, I did try to look it up last time. I got a little bit confused and thought, oh, I'll come back to that. So there's two things. One, turn all this into a texture that Unity can use. And two is give this some life. So we'll work out how we do it. Need to go. You need bake it after unwrapping. See, I did read that, but I got confused. I understand the baking part, and I tried to follow some instructions. And I gave up last time, so we'll do it. Give it another go. I've got to face Norway against the beast that's known as Haaland. Confusing even for me, but it's doable. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, I did try. What was it? I made this this node down here, and I thought I'll try and get the head, just the head, because each of these rocks are individual objects. I'm guessing we're gonna have to bake them all individually, and then have different textures for each rock. So I thought I'd try to start with the head. So I made this, which is G head, and that's as far as I got. I tried to work out how to. Because apparently it's supposed to be like a bake button up here or something. Hey bot, how's it going? Hello. The late corner is not so late today, maybe. Late comer. Late comer's not late. Nah, we've not done anything substantial. Are you scared? Scared? It'll be interesting to see how the England players deal with Haaland. Be quite fun. You can just select all objects and bake each texture like normal. Diffuse, albedo, glossy, roughness. Okay. Select all objects and then bake each texture like normal. They've dealt with him before, probably. He plays in Premier League. Ah, okay. What's been up with Michael Roxon since he last a month ago? It's been a while since I watched Blender stream. Oh, he plays for Manchester City. I didn't realise. Yeah, so we've moved our golem, or Michael Roxon, as you've dubbed him, into Unity to kind of see if we can understand the transitional process of getting from Blender into Unity, and then give it a little bit of code to make it sort of live. The whole kind of Frankenstein scenario. But it's one thing. It's getting these textures from a node, the shading nodes into a baked texture, which has left me slightly puzzled. This one is this is one of the ways to do it. Stream is clickbait. Oh, it's a Unity stream disguised as Blender. Ah, I fooled you all. What about the texture? So yeah, this texture is. I need to export this texture because it's a shader currently. We want to bake it. And so the tutorial I was following was using this node here. I don't fully understand it. I've made like a new file a new image file, and you're supposed to be able to grab it and bake it somehow, but they didn't seem to do a lot in the tutorial. So, oh, do this, do that, and then hit bake. I went, what? There's no bake button. Everything else looks the same. You're not a fan of Belgium ever since we lost the war. Yeah. Check the link. Ooh, okie dokie. Rooting for them against... Yeah, I think everyone's going to root against them. Root for them against the US. Did the link even come through? Did YouTube strip the link off? Or am I missing something? Oh yeah, I'm baking shaders, my favourite late night snack. Yes. Yeah, send in Discord if you can, Cobbler, please. Thank you. Yeah, so sending links is always a bit risky on streaming platforms. But yeah, I think most people are going to be... the rest of the world is going to be Belgium supporters. Temporarily. YouTube won't allow any links to be sent. Yeah, I don't think it's my bots. I'm going to have to check the settings. Unless it's in my YouTube settings somewhere. To stop links being posted. Funny thing is, it's YouTube link blocked by YouTube, yes. What I will do is quickly look on my YouTube, because I trust you guys. Anything you post a link to, like, I know it's going to be safe. We don't get any malicious people. Ah, baking textures. How to bake textures in Blender in under 3 minutes. That sounds exactly what I need.
So we can go
YouTube had a problem with bots spamming links to scams. They stopped the links completely, I think. So that's what I'm thinking. So I think YouTube itself is making links harder to post. Whereas like on Twitch, it's an option to turn it on and off. I just don't know whether that option is in YouTube as well. Oh, that's being slow for some reason. Anyway. But yeah, typically if you're going to post a link, it's either going to be a useful link being provided, or it's going to be click this is exactly what you want. And if we don't trust the person posting it, then it becomes an issue. I'm going to drag this over to my other window so I can still see you folks.
and this first one here is going to be called our bake, so that's what we're going to be baking to. Let's now go ahead and delete all our materials from the bank, add a new material, and I'm just going to call this our bake material. From here, we want to bake our color to our new object. So let's go Shift A, search image in our shader, click and drag that straight into color. We don't have to do it straight away, but we will. From here, I'm going to create a new texture, 2048.
I'll be back, Sip Gang and Mr. Michael Rocks. Okie doke, boss, you do your thing. I'm just gonna speed run this video and see generally what he's doing. I'm also rooting for Egypt. Not that I like Egypt, but my Egyptian friend Azunda hates his own country and wants them to lose. So every time they do win, I can go, congratulations on your country's win. He gets angry. Ah, that's fun. Get a lot of joy out of that. Yeah, I suspect you do. Normally you'd rib somebody for their team losing. So I suppose in his case it's the opposite way around. Okay, where is he actually doing all this? Oh, so it's there. Okay, so he's chosen cycles. Ah, and you've got baking options down there. Okay. Okay, so what's he start by doing? It's always confusing when sort of starting point's not quite the same. So what? So what even is in the layout view? He's got his change this to UV. So you got UV down there. Yeah, so he's got UV there, and he's also got Give me back my window. And here he's got his shader at the top. So we're going to set up our blender like he has in the video. So basically that's what he's got then. We should delete this because I made that to follow the other tutorial. No, I got that down there. So what's he doing from here? Go back to the beginning. So it's not even quite a full 3 minutes, but he goes through it quite quickly. So a whole bunch of materials down to one material. So Shift D to duplicate. Make our life easier, it says. So he's duplicating the model. So it duplicates the model, then deletes all the materials from the duplicate model. So then grabs the... Let's go back a sec. So you shift a search image. Search image in a shader. And drag that into color. So what's the image then? Okay, so he's created a base color image for the duplicate model. Baking type, bake type is combined or diffuse. Okay, we can. So that's about a third to nearly halfway through the video. So he's starting off, he's duplicating the model. You do that for the menu system. So it kind of understands so far to a degree. It ends up talking about a few things that don't appear to have any relevance. Right, let's follow them from the beginning. Shift D to duplicate. Okay. So select that. Was it select all, then Shift D? Okay. We have a duplicate now. And we called that one bake. So the duplicate is called bake. So we have bake selected. So we want to remove, not do it from everything, do I have to select individually? Oh, no, that takes it off the other model. Okay, it makes sense to separate it off then. So that's still got it. That doesn't. Okay, so we shall hide. Weird. Okay. Don't know why. Oh, I suppose because it's within the you could do with hiding the entire tree. Why does it all hide in one go? Okay, so the whole of the original is being hidden right now. So we just need to go to each of these, remove. Returned! Welcome back, bot. So removing the texture from. Do it in one go? Can I do that? No. Okay, we'll do it this way. So remove the texture from this. Now, from what I gather from the video is that we give it a blank texture and then we bring in the shader across from the original. Let's go back to the video. So it makes a duplicate. calls it bake. And delete all materials. Let me add a new material. Call this bake. Do I have to select it individually again? So I selected everything there. Welcome back, Cobbler. Okay, I'm sure there's a quicker way of doing it, but certainly making me do it the wrong way. I have some exciting news. Ooh. What is the exciting news? And the example of the tutorial is just one object, whereas technically this is multiple objects that I'm moving individually. Probably be easier with a that's already got bake on it, that one. Some of these have taken the bake, but not all of them. That's got it, that's got it, that's got it. That does it. Cool. All the objects now are bake. What's the next stage? Select them all and then Control L. Ah. And materials, link materials. Okay. Signed up for the Oracle Cloud free tier today, so now I have access to some always free resources, which include ARM compute instance with like 12 gig of RAM and 200 gig of storage. We can now do some serious app development. Nice, that's pretty cool. Make sure the target material is the active object. I think that's the case. They all got the same materials now anyway. But yeah, if it has one object with a material, then that has to be the target. Everything else will then take it from that. Are some caveats, but it's expected for a free account. That's fair, yeah. Okay, so they all have the same material. Okay, so they have a bake material now. Quite generous. Yeah, it sounds like it. So image texture into base color. Okay. What am I trying to do? Or what bot's trying to do? I'm following the tutorial. So the guy in the video creates a new image texture on the bake. So we've got a new material called bake. Create an image. Image texture, there we go. I guess one of those. And then it links the color to the base color. And this is where the magical thing happens, I think. So you add the image texture and select the color, yes, and go new image, give it a name. Then we select our original. And go to the renderer. Into the bake settings. Yeah, so what he's then doing is go new, create a new image with baked rock. Yeah, there's also emotes again. I think that's it. I suppose we can choose a Well, Super Scammer appeared. I think that's what he has there. It has just a random texture. Go back a bit. Let's put the audio on for this so I can actually hear what he's saying.
Call this color, and I'm going to spell it correctly because I'm from Australia. From here, let's select our main object, control left click bank.
Yes, I've done that.
Now we can come over into the render settings. We need to be in cycles, come all the way down into bank, and I'm going to go combined. I'm going to look at color. I just want diffuse, and then from here we can go selected to active.
Isn't it crazy how the 7th month of the year and I still haven't received my marshmallow soup? Yeah. Selected to active.
Okay, so we're going from our selected object to our active object. And then we also want to add in a extrusion, and I'm just going to go 0.01. Now I'm doing 0.01 because of the fact that we're not going from high poly to low poly. We're just kind of like baking directly on top of it. One thing I haven't done as well is if I select this object, select all, we can see the UV maps in a bit of a mess.
Then he switches on to talking about UV maps. I don't have any UV maps. I've not unwrapped anything. Maybe I need to do that first. He only starts talking about UV maps halfway through. Got lost in the mail. Edit credit card details to get. Enter new credit card. Credit card details to get new.
On the bank, let's go U, Smart UV Bridge.
A local police officer said it's scam. Meaning us not put credit card details in super chat. Okay, let's take it back a step because I don't understand what this guy just said.
UV maps in a bit of a mess. On the bank, let's go U.
It says U, but it's not. I tapped the U key.
U,
Evening, buddy. Hey, Max. How's it going, dude? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Did see a missed call from you earlier. I was in the middle of something as always. Do apologise. I keep missing your calls. To unwrap, it only works in edit mode, I think. I mean, you to unwrap, yeah. Okay, so if I go back to layout. In edit mode, okay. Yeah, this guy kind of glossed over that. Oh, okay, yeah, I can see all the map there. No problems, buddy. Yeah, I do feel bad. I'm sort of, I have my phone on silent 24/7. So if I'm not looking at it, it's usually something discovered a lot later. Well, there appears to be UV maps on here, unless I redo the maps. Unwrap. You can select all of the. Select all the. You gotta go again. Okay, bot. See you shortly. Ah. This way. Press A and then U. I think that's done it. Ah, perfect. Cool. So I got the UV maps. So we've got to that stage. We're about nearly 2/3 of the way through the video now. What else does this guy do?
Smart UV project, don't really care. Is there a lot of holes? Yeah, should be right, mate. So now let's go back into object mode, that one and then that one, and I'm gonna go.
So now we've done that, it says select the original and then the bake.
Bake, and if we
And then we just hit the bake button apparently. Okay. Okay, I've missed something because the bake button's bake button is grayed out, so I've missed a stage somewhere. Let's go back again.
So we're going to go from a whole bunch of materials down to one material. Let's go through it. So straight off the bat, I'm going to Shift D to duplicate. let's make our life easier. And this first one here is going to be called our bake. So that's what we're going to be baking to. Let's now go ahead and delete all our materials from the bank, add a new material, and I'm just going to call this our bake material. From here, we want to bake our color to our new object. So let's go Shift A, search image in our shader, click and drag that straight into color. We don't have to do it straight away, but we will. From here, I'm going to create a new texture, 2048, 2048, and I'm just going to call this color, and I'm going to spell it correctly because I'm from Australia. From here, let's select our main object, Control left click, bake. Now we can come over into the render settings. We need to be in cycles, come all the way down into bake, and I'm going to go combine. I'm going to look at color. I just want diffuse, and then from here we need to go selected to active. Okay, so we're going from our selected object to our active object. And then we also want to add in a extrusion, and I'm just going to go 0.01. Now I'm doing 0.01 because of the fact that we're not going from high poly to low poly. We're just kind of like baking directly on top of it. One thing I haven't done as well is if I select this object, select all, we can see the UV maps in a bit of a mess. On the bank, let's go U, Smart UV project, don't really care. Is there a lot of holes? Yeah, should be right, mate. So now let's go back to object mode, that one, and then that one, and I'm going to go bake. And if we have a look at this map, it is completely wrong, and that's because I didn't disable direct and indirect colors.
Okay, so he has to backtrack himself there a bit. Direct and indirect colors, need to unselect.
So now we're just baking the colors. I don't care about the lighting. Now I'm pretty sure that this is going to fail, and I'll explain in a sec why. And then we've got directly our color. It worked this time, not in testing it didn't. However, if it does turn black, just try and with the drop down, select color again, and it will redo it. Now we can go through the process and bring everything back, and we can do things like the roughness. So I'm just going to Shift D, duplicate, create a new material.
Okay, so we're missing a stage. Somehow we missed something here. How's the laptop critically low at a full battery?
This.
Okay, so what did I miss then? Because the bake button is not available to me. As I say that, multi-res object, target image textures. Yeah, so that's where it's putting it. Everything else I've followed from the video. because it's not visible. Let's make all the original visible again. They're all greyed out. They have to occupy the same space. That bake came on for a brief second now. So what do I do? Watching anime in the meantime, so not giving full attention. How's the progress today? Confusing, but seems I'm getting somewhere. I don't know where I'm getting, but I'm getting somewhere. Make image textures of selected objects. Video tutorial saying select the original, then control select the duplicate and hit bake. But that doesn't allow you to bake anything. If I select individuals, the bake option's there now. Maybe because it's the... Because again, the tutorial selecting objects, so individual objects. So do I have to select like the abs of the original? And then, so it comes up there. So do I have to, might have to do it individually then, I suppose. Go do that. Circular reference. No, was it baking? Oh, it did something. Didn't do a lot, but it did something. So select original, shift select. Circular dependency for image. Bake rock from object. Bake map save to internal image. Save it external or packet. If it says it's black, then reselect it. Let's try another one. So fist L to fist L. This looks gay. Starting scene of interracial gay porn. You know, both Pornhub videos got share to Twitter, share to Facebook, buttons, etc. Who the hell would do that? Like, who in their right mind uses that? It's a weird feature to share adult content to sort of monitored social media. Now, Twitter has no rules these days, so share to Twitter doesn't really make much difference. But Facebook, like, you can't even say the wrong thing on Facebook. You get your account restricted. If you duplicate the rock character, then select both and make the target active, then back you see a node coming pop up to use. Imagine show your most recent watch porn video to Facebook and then grandma liking it. Yeah. And like, so duplicate the rock characters I have here. And select both. Make target active. Then back. You see a node coming up. So start again. Does the duplicate have to sit back equals bake? Okay. So if you duplicate the rock character, then select both and then the target active, then bake, you'll see a node coming up to use. I'm just wondering whether, because this isn't one object, it's making life harder. So the guy in the video basically has one combined object. And it's just basically transferring it from one object to the other object. So I'm wondering whether I'm going to have to do it like the head on the original to the head on the duplicate kind of thing. If it was to make use of the feature, would you like my shares on Facebook? No, I'm okay. There we go, like shoulder right. So we can go shoulder right. You're watching some really weird shit. No, that absolutely surprises me, Lisa. I would never have guessed. So selected to active. So what is the active here? Surely because I've selected the duplicate secondly, that is the active one? Or how do we set that as active? Oh, we can do a bake here. Just trying to bake something. I do have to admit there is progress, but this looks a little sus. Yeah, that's what Jeffrey was thinking. Yeah, so we've got the texture bake down here at the moment. I did come up with a warning about something circular. Oh, OBS might be struggling a little bit. I do apologise. I think trying to render the textures on stream is putting a little stress on it. It hasn't dropped any frames yet, as far as I'm aware, but it is stressing OBS. How far behind on YouTube, please? Give it a moment to go through all the baking, see if anything happens. So in theory, what we should end up with, I'm guessing, is a image material that matches the shader material, and then we just export that image. I'm guessing that's the goal with this. Ah, see your post cobbler. Let's have a watch of this. Yeah. internet seems to be a little bit dodgy. I do apologise if my stream keeps dropping a little bit. Let's download that video. Watch it on my other screens. The screen my Discord is on is a bit small. Back, what's changed? Not a lot. I'm getting confused. Let's watch this again at higher res. Control J to join. Okay, so that makes one join object. Shift D to duplicate. Confusion is part of the process, unfortunately. Yeah. That's sort of. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me, just staring at a screen, looking confused, because you could be watching a number of different entertaining videos, but you're here helping me instead, which I very much appreciate. Yes. Let's just have the golem holding his arms out. Just have Celine Dion singing in the background. Paul Nagore's cover that song is better. I shall have to check it out. Way better. Okay. I'll listen to that after stream. Base color. Is this what I'm missing here? It gives me a little bit of insight there, Cobbler. I might have to follow along frame by frame. I've been streaming for about an hour and a half, and so far I've recreated a number of different movie scenes, not all of them family friendly. think what doesn't help is I've got meta rigs involved here. So that's kind of confusing things as well. So it's not just an object, it's a series of different objects. Shall I just delete this bake and start again? Ah, I didn't really do what I was expecting. So deleting the bake basically has all of these things, these objects become free again to do their own thing. So we're back to where we were before. We've got a meta rig with all the objects inside of it. Because it's basically should take 3 minutes to do, because that's how long the video is. Well, it's less than 3 minutes, and your video cobbler is only 1:13. So there is something I am fundamentally missing here. Be right back, dog walkie time. Okie dokie. Bro, my internet is unstable. Let me just say goodbye. Okie dokie bot, thank you for hanging out. Sorry to hear your internet is playing up again. We've UV unwrapped the original at least here. So before we continue, I'm just going to save as a new copy. Goodbye, Soup Chat, Michael Roxon, and Hey Shay. I sue you because my internet's terrible. Hope you have a good week, but I'll be back on Wednesday with Soup Gang. Let's follow your video again, Cobbler, because yours was a bit more straightforward. Have a group of objects, you group them together. So let's confirm mine behave the same way. I select all those. Grouping them together just seems to put the texture across all of it. So it's not quite what I was after, so step that back to individual. So I can't quite do what you did, Cobbler, because doing that groups, it turns it into one object, and the shader doesn't apply to it individually, it applies to it as a whole. So I can't do it that way. But we'll follow the rest of it, so you're duplicating it anyway. So we have a duplicate. And you can select between the two objects. So what I wanted to do is duplicate all of this. Duplicate objects linked. Duplicate the objects, selected objects, but not their object data, and move them. Just duplicate objects. Duplicate the selected objects and move them. So we've duplicated them, and they're within the same thing. Okay. Interesting. We'll see how this goes. I think that's fine. Okay, so duplicate the objects. We have our shader editor. So we select both, but the active one is a duplicate. So we're in edit mode, select them all. Then selected to active. We've got new material, which is base. Color. No active image. Okay, found in material. Yeah, so at the moment I can't bake because I haven't got the image set up yet. Okay, so that's the node that appears. Bake list. So I don't have an auto bake either, which I'm assuming is a plugin. This is a setting I need to turn on. Go back to the YouTube video. So again, in both the example by Cobbler and the video, there's only one object being worked with. So the video has textures, individual textures applied. Then it's combining into a single texture. So I'm probably going to have to do a little bit more research, I think. And play around, see what I can get. But we'll put a pin in this for now. And what I will do, as we've got Unity open, I should make a start on the coding. And with all the information you folks are giving me, I'll give it a go off stream, I think. Because the texturing can be applied later on. That the model's here, so I'll give it a go and see what I can get. So let's make a new script. Let's make a folder actually for the golem. New folder. Move the golem into that folder. And what I will do is make a new C#. Call this golem. controller. Reading the domain, whatever that means. Give it a moment. Okay. Drag the script onto it. So open it in C#. So we want to be able to run the animations at the very least. So we want to bring in the animation so we need to be able to select any of those animations. So the animation we need to bring in at least kind of referencing animation. And yeah. Cool. So that brings that in. If we make it public, we can see that happen. Save that. We select that. Cool. So we got that. Pulls it in. Now I should be able to then run any of those animations. So they go by from 0 to 4. Any idle wrap mode. So that is 0. Let's have a name. that's not right. The animations. So the public animation clip. Walking is 4, so let's go walking. I don't think we're on the plane, so. Copy the part. So Airman Scroll Animations array of data 4. I don't think that is right there. Copy. That's not it either. So what is the actual name of this? It's all of that, isn't it? Actually see again. Doesn't help when it's very warm in here. I've got fans blowing me up and a light. It's not very good for eyes. Yeah, it's doing that. That means nothing. We saw a very fat toad. We brought him to a grass field. Nice. Yeah, keep him safe. New friend. Ah, seems we got a bit lost there. Yeah, Sandpick. Yeah. Did Donya want to eat the new friend? Didn't see him. Oh, that's lucky. I'm going to see what errors come up. I'm going to do this. So now it's got an error. Also found a bird some days ago in the middle of my driveway. Thought it was wounded since I could approach it very close. Ended up not giving a fuck and hopped and flew away when it wanted. Oh, that's fair. Animation clip used by animation components must be marked as a legacy. Tried to feed it peanuts, but it looked at me angrily. Did use the water we gave him. Oh, that's good. Oh. I wonder if his legs were hurting. Doesn't seem to be sitting very well. Yeah, I thought the same, yeah. Let's hop to upper A in both legs. Ah. Maybe it was just thirsty. Maybe being warm, it was feeling a little bit weak. 30 centimeter hop, so it can be. That's fair. Yeah, maybe just tired. I actually saw it again today on the branch next to my door. The exact same print on its chest. So I think it's the same. Okay. Yeah, maybe it was thankful. And go, okay. I shall hang here. Interesting. Never really used the Windows 3D viewer before, but it pops up when I'm trying to do something with this model. Fair enough. Not quite what I'm after. How do I mark this as a legacy animation? Because the console's saying it must be marked as legacy. Let's try and do a quick Google on that. The animation. There must be marked as legacy. Oh, I've already Googled this once. Select the clip in your project panel, open inspector, hamburger menu, 3 lines. Switch the view to debug mode and then check the legacy box. So select in project, yes. Click the top right corner of the inspector. See that? No. This is the inspector, top right corner. Debug. Find legacy checkbox. Oh, there it is. Well, I can see it, I can't change it though. Do I have to... extract it. Oh, troubleshooting read-only animations. The options are grayed out. The animations likely in a read-only 3D MODI file like FBX. Yes, it is. Duplicate the clip. Press Control D or Command D on Mac. Make it editable. Duplicate. Okay. So Control D. Aha. Take legacy. Change the source record to file vertical. Okay, so we created that one. So we then take that, or we can rename it, I suppose, to something more useful. Rename. Walking. Walking. Okay. That means we can go to the code and got walking there. So walking animation is walking. Go save. Now run that. Yes, we got walking animation selected. Awesome. Okay. Let's clean these glasses. Now keep selling emotes. Or you can start wildlife photography. Keep selling emotes though. Welcome back. Yeah, you're very good at capturing the wildlife. We should stop that there. We'll do the rest of the other clips here then. So we got walking clip. What's that one? Scanning. So select, Control D, rename, scanning. Go to here and do a public animation clip, scanning animation. tick that as a legacy. The other ones we got there, attack 2, attack 1. Don't know what those ones are. Yeah, assemble. So let's make a duplicate of that one. Attack 1, duplicate that one. Attack 2. Let's rename. So let's take this to legacy. Into here. Public animation. Symbol animation. I'll put this in alphabetical, so assemble. It's legacy. Might as well tick all of these legacy levels. So, S6 debug mode anyway. Rename that on as Taco 1. And then this is Taco 2. So let's drag this in. So we've got assemble, Taco 1, Taco 2, and scanning. So we've got the extracted animations into there. So we need a Taco 1 and a Taco 2. So let's copy this. Taco 2. Taco 1, Taco 2. Let that recompile. Save on that. And then run it. Should populate these animation clips down here. I don't know why it's still coming up with that. Oh, because we got it there. Okay. So animation. run it again, see if we get any errors. Ah, no errors, okay. So, in theory then, if we then go 4K animation, rough mode, loop. Play. So we can't play it as an animation, but animation clip. So a quick Google. Unity play animation clip and script. You have to load that into the animation controller. I suppose we kind of just load it there then. So do that. Okay. We'll see if we can get this sort of the basics working, then we'll wrap the stream up. We'll get the logic involved then. Nice, okay. Probably not the cleanest way of doing this, but for peace of mind, I know I've kind of put it all into this kind of structure. So we can do these as part of like a event calls, I suppose, now. So I could make a series of mini functions that just have this for each of these clips. So for it to walk, it needs to move forward. Is there anything else we can do in animation? Right? It's a read only. Useful though. You can grab that empty. In terms of the animated that's no curve or effects. Legacy. Oh, we can set legacy here. Instead of the animator. So should I be using animator rather than animation? Create new animation controller. Animation controller. Ah yes. This seems familiar enough. Walk, scan. Okay, so yeah, it's creating a script for it. just drag all these animations into this. Okay, so this, you can apply the script to the animation. This is the proper way of doing it. It's a new way of doing it. So rather than doing this through code here, so what I've done here is basically the old version of doing it. So you should forget about all of those. Basically, we know we can do it, but that's the old way. You need to remember how to do it this way. So you put all the actions in here, you attach the scripts, and then the controller just says, okay, when this happens, make them walk, when this happens, make them scan. And when they're scanning, they're doing this script, and when they're walking, they're doing this script. But we'll work on that next time. It's getting quite late. Cool. Let's switch over to my full camera. Switch over to full camera. Okay. My Stream Deck is disconnected. Okay, we'll do it by mouse. We'll click on OBS instead. There we go. I think my Stream Deck is a bit hot. As is everything else in this room. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream. Say good night there. What's up to the chat down there? Things are happy. Anyway, thank you all for joining us today. Let's reset. Thanks for joining us today. It's been a reasonably productive stream, at least. Cool. Goodbye. Have a good night. Have a great rest of your week. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Bart and Cobbler, for dropping in as well. All awesome. Yeah, I'm going to get some rest now and think about what I need to do next with also the Blender exporting of textures and Unity animation controllers. We'll work it all out. We're into the complex stuff now. But I'll be back on Wednesday. We'll be playing some Trine 5. Enjoying that, so we'll get a bit further. Hopefully, no internet issues. We'll see how it goes. Until then, have a good night, enjoy your week, and I shall see you all on Wednesday. Have a good night all. See you then. Good night.